thinking, I'm thinking. Family, there's nothing more important than being able to establish your territory when you're talking about tribe, right? As a tribe, we have to be able to establish our territory, right? There are certain things that are allowed within your territory and certain things that are not. Now, those that want to be in your territory will follow the rules and be willing to pay the fine or the cost, whatever that may be, if they violate the rules of your borders, your organization, whatever you want to call it. Let's just be all the way real about it. So what we've been having in our communities, in so-called conscious community, in the ADOS community, in the foundational Black American community, in whatever moniker we going, in the Hotep, whatever moniker you want this to fall up under. We have been very loose with our borders. You know what I'm saying? I want you to imagine a village where people can just come and go as they will. Not saying that you have to, once you're there, you have to stay, but if you come in as a visitor, which means that you have to understand the rules of the village that you're coming in. We can't allow everybody to come into the village. You know why? Because it turns from a village into a street. A street where traffic can just come through at any given time. Things can happen that we do not allow in our community. We have to be willing to establish our territory, establish our boundaries, enforce our rules. If not, we don't have a community. And right now, I would say to you that we don't have a community because anything goes. People get away, because y'all already seen, people get away with this whole concept of, I'm grown, I do what I want to. You don't tell me what to do, brother. You not the boss of me. Y'all don't tell me what to do. So if that is the attitude, then you stay the hell away from Gye-Nyame territory. If you are too grown to receive instructions, keep your ignorant ass away from anything that I or Gye-Nyame is dealing with. Because we don't need you. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get an attitude and you're going to end up messing up everything that we're trying to build. You know why? Because nobody could tell you nothing. You can't be corrected. You are a sovereign citizen of something. You have sovereignty, but you can't defend that shit. See, because now sovereignty means that you, whatever you have, you are able to protect it. You ain't gonna, when a motherfucker wants your shit, you can't hand them no paper that's gonna stop them from taking it. Unless that paper is coming from somebody that's more powerful than them. And then you still gotta get their ass to stop. And look at that shit. What I want was yours. And I got more strength than you. I'm coming to take it unless I am operating under certain principles and rules within that I'm held to. You understand what I'm saying? But no, for us, no, you do what you want to. Tell them, sister. You tell them, bro. I could be and do whatever I want to. Right? You go on the street and you can be who you want to, and then you get in trouble. Next thing you know, you want to come back and you want to get the brothers involved in defending you over some bullshit that you done started. And some of y'all gonna act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but some of y'all have been directly involved in shit where you have caused shit to happen, where motherfuckers have been hurt because you went out and you act one way in one place, but then you go to a whole nother place and you a whole different person. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. We asking questions over here, Gye-Nyame. You know what I'm saying? Because there will be no heaven of choice in this motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? There will be no heaven of choice. You know what I would have said about heaven of choice if I was back in that time? That bitch chose to go with him. You know what I'm saying? Let's send an emissary over there. And we want to see if Helen want to come. If Helen don't want to come back, that bitch chose. The only thing missing from that is the song. I choose you, baby. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to war if somebody made a choice. You made a choice to be over there with that nigga. That stay over there. There will be no ship. Hold on. There'll be no ship sailing today. She chose. We sent a couple of people over there. One of them negotiated with the king. Paris is cool. She cool. She was kissing all on Paris. I think that was his name, right? Kissing all on Paris. Oh, they cool. Oh, there will be no war today. You know what I'm saying? Shit. We got other shit we got to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, family. This is the real. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people don't like it. And I don't care. I don't care. We got to have borders, family. See, the little spat that I'm having with family right now is about us establishing borders. It's less about what happened to me or what happened to my sister or what happened to Gye-Nyame. It's more about us establishing borders because we don't have a village, we don't have a tribe, we can't build a nation if we don't have borders. This is what I keep trying to explain to people. What is the consequence for Hatim acting out of pocket? What is the consequence? And how is that consequence enforced? And if I don't want to pay, if I don't want to pay the consequence, if I don't want to take responsibility, then what is the consequence that's going to be acted on me? Or can I just disappear because I chose to disappear and then pop back up? Because I decided now it's time for me. I decided that I've been gone long enough. No. This means then what you're saying is I could kill a motherfucker in the village, disappear for 5, 6, 7 years, and pop back up and everything is cool. I decided that I served enough time outside. No, the village is supposed to decide on how much time you get out if you out, and decide on what you must do in order to get back in to the good graces of the village, or there is no goddamn village, or there is no goddamn tribe. It's bigger than what we are building, is bigger than any individual person here. It's bigger and it's more important and it needs to be protected. Why? Because we got young people that's coming up into it. What we have created is a time machine, and it moves towards the future as well as being able to move towards the past. We are in a critical time in the history of the world. We are in a time where we have access to more information than any other group at any other time during history that we know of. And we are able to act on that information right now, from the past and even future type information. And we are able to build something, and we are able to compete, and we are able to master the environment that we are in. And we have the ability to master certain skills that will make us not only more valuable to our tribe, but more valuable to the world. And we are able to build something that can last, and something that our children will be proud to be part of. Do you not understand that this was a major issue for the generations before me? Young people in my age grade, right? In my age grade, who had parents that was conscious, spent their whole life being forced into the shit, and when they get grown to run from the shit. Just like a lot of us that was forced into church, we start running from that shit until we get older. They ran from it. Why? Because there was no future in it. We have the ability right now to change the conscious community, to change the ADOS community, to change the view of the foundational black, the Kwanzaa community. The whole we had the ability to change it and make it attractive to our children so that they will want to participate in it because they could see that there's something being created out of it, that they could be proud and that they could flaunt in front of their peer group. And what we doing? What we doing with it? Nothing. Nothing. We just acting like everything is the same as it was in the 1960s. It's not. We're not gonna reach everybody through no goddamn books. We need to go on and digitize some of this shit. We need to go on and get people reading some of the old books. You know what I'm saying? So people that's commuting and people that's riding the bus and people that's traveling across the country can listen to a destruction of a black civilization, not owned by Amazon, but owned by us. Y'all heard me. Amazon right now on Audible is selling destruction of black civilization. Now, if you ain't pissed about it, then you don't know. You don't have enough sense to realize that you are in the midst of a goddamn war and an economic bombshell just was dropped on your goddamn head, where Amazon is able to make money off of destruction of the black civilizations, which is a major book for us and most of us in these communities. It's one of the books that woke us up, and Amazon is making money from it. Amazon could come into our community and act like they're part of us, put on some kente cloth, take one of our goddamn books, post it up, and make money off it. But yet, where's the borders at? Where's the fines and the penalties? Nah, we'll just sit around and we'll bicker about some bullshit. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. You know what I'm saying? That's what we'll do. While we're being economically slapped. Slapped. You know, that book, the reason they're able to do that, because that book probably transitioned into the public domain. And there's a good chance that man's family ain't even getting any of that. You know who else coming up into the public domain? Can we look and see who else is going to be popping up? And I'm quite sure, what's his name, Carter G. Woodson? Quite sure he's coming up into the public domain. I'm quite sure W.E.B. Du Bois, as a matter of fact, I know W.E.B. Du Bois is in the public domain. You know how I know? Because he's on Amazon. Somebody really read his book. I wonder which others of our scholars shit is going to the public domain. You know we only got to change 20% of the book in order for it to be our book. You know that, right? If it's public domain, we only got to take the book and add a nice little introduction to it. And we can push it off as part of our thing. About 20% of the book, get us a nice little lawyer that can look at that shit and be like, oh, this is cool. Boom, change the book just a little bit with and that ain't nothing but adding an intro and an outro and possibly a handbook on how to use the book, or an addition on this chapter, an addition on that chapter, and an update. You know what I'm saying? Just 20% of the book. Then it becomes our property. It becomes community property. It becomes Gye-Nyame property. It becomes Tawi property. It becomes ASCAP property. It becomes that property. And then we could go and make an ebook or make an ebook, and then also make a Audible book what we could sell. Now, and the only difference between us and that is that, because I know Amazon ain't doing this, we'll go and we'll find that man's family. Be like, shit, you get a percentage Y'all get a percentage, and we're gonna put it in a fund. And what y'all do with the fund is not our business. We'll put it in a fund, and we'll make sure you get your portion. And because we're gonna promote it, you ain't got to worry about none of that. That fund will be there for you. How somebody could we can arrange it. No. Brother Hatim is just a crazy black man yelling in the goddamn woods. Just crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm crazy to tell motherfuckers. That is an excellent ebook. I was about to buy an ebook yesterday from a brother that has some very good information. The ebook costs $100 and some odd dollars, but good information. Now, the one thing that stopped Brother Hatim from buying the book was because the shit that he's giving, I could understand what he's saying, and I could figure out how to do it. I already looked some shit up on the internet and be like, because I'm doing exactly what he told me. I said, cool. But I was about to buy the ebook, and then I was listening to one of his interviews, and the brother says, I have put together a 9-page ebook. To get straight down to the fact. 9 pages. He's charging about $12 per page. And the information is worth it if you don't understand what he's saying. And you want to get a little bit, you want to build up that confidence. But he's charging $12 per page. And I know in my community right now, in my village right now, in Gye-Nyame right now, one of us, at least one of us, have a $12 per page ebook inside of you right now. Hell, let's say it ain't even $12 per page. Let's say that it's 50 cents per page, but it sells 100,000. We promote it. We build upon it. I got elders around that speak multiple languages, including computer code. I got elders around me that got that got recipes that melt in your goddamn mouth. I got elders around me with stories about the 60s and the 70s and about the struggle that we could turn into ebooks and let people know where the potholes and the traps are lying. I got elders around me right now with this type of information. But they might not be confident to put it out. You know why? Because we haven't made it. See, because the definition of a nation and a tribe are basically the same. Stable, historically developed community. The territory, economic life, distinctive culture, language, and common. In order to have stable, in order to be historically developed, you got to make sure that people feel safe. And I don't think people feel safe in the shit that we doing. You know why? Because nobody wants the Pan-African burial, the Pan-African retirement plan. Nobody wants it. I don't want the shit. I'm not getting the shit because I done seen too many of my elders that's been buried on that shit. And it don't work. The old shit we've been doing don't work. You know, and we could get up here and we could argue and we could dog the Bible all we want, but shit, there's some great wisdom in there. You know what I'm saying? If a tree is not bearing fruit, you cut that motherfucker down and you throw it in the fire. Some of this shit we doing ain't working. It needs to be cut down and thrown in the goddamn fire. How do you know that it's not working? Brother Kwame gave us the answer to that equation a long time. The practical use of African wisdom. If we could use it in our lives right now, if we could build something of meaning, if we could do some valuable shit with it right now, if I could apply it to my life right now, we need to keep it. But if it's just some deep shit just for the sake of being deep, cast that shit into the fire. Damn, I'm supposed to be gone. Y'all make me sick. But I love you. And by the way, I forgot to let y'all know anime is biting at the bit. Hold on, girl, hold on. You are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I am your host, Brother Hatim, and of course you know that this is a Heart of a Simple production. Of course, this is the Daily Toast. We are on Kaumba. And it's a Heart of a Simple production. I already said that. I'm glad you caught that hint, Brother Simba. All day, every day. Well, we strive to blow up your old paradise.